Hmm. The common citizens of the capital are lined up in a winding queue that loops along dozens of streets. One by one, they are brought before your throne, bowing and scraping. That's what I like to see. A blood oath for your queen. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course, the bleak march. I saw a lot of green in the blood oath, so I think I want to introduce myself to you patricians. I saw a lot of green. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see your kingdom prosper, grow, and wealthy under your reign. Introduce myself to the east. An honor to finally make your acquaintance. Oh, so I'm meeting all of y'all anyway. Your grace. Oh, so Bluff is the ruler of the counts. The Nettie family, infamous coastal elder, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardbook desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Madame Vira. Something must be done. Voting is open. It's open to the patricians only. So what should the patricians do? Subterfuge, doppelganger, or intimidation? This is to the patricians only. The patricians plan to replace the queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advise their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. So that's you guys' goal. You guys need to keep the stability lower than 4. That is now your goal. Your goal is now set in stone. Now it's time for the counts to scheme. They auto-win? Well, if I raise the stability, then they might not. You guys are going up against each other as well as me, by the way. Of the Bluff Knight dynasty, a powerful eastern bird breeder leans delicately on a podium sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false queen Madame Vira wears the crown. Yeah, good luck, motherfuckers. We counts will think about it. Would you rather cause an uprising? Goal, raise treasury. Ascension, lower your own faith. Or possession, lower defiance. Don't mind, I'm just saying. An uprising. Shut up, Bluff. That's literally your ruler, and you're telling them to go fuck themselves. The count plans to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the queen before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the count must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Marti of Zaphilish bloodline, sinister marcher orator, stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. We have the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Sorcery, propaganda, or gunpowder, you militaristic fucks. This should be exempt from paying Tithe, or do not address the problem. I don't go to church. Mistress Deep has paid. Yes, however, I don't think they should be exempt from paying their duties. They should be paying me. I need to be paid. To the dungeon! You have to go to my sex dungeon. It's my sex dungeon. Authority will lower. I'm sorry, but I cannot waver from this decision. Thou shalt not steal money from thy. I apologize. An example needs to be made out of. I apologize for that. Just because I am not paying tithes, you can't do this to me. I'm sorry, I need to do what must be done. You in the East have no churches, but you do not take into consideration what my kingdom may have. I apologize. Oh yes, we can. Hands behind your back, you faithless scum. After that, the rest of the counts pay their tithes promptly for the rest of the year. The archbishop is most grateful, and his priests preach your faith. What is this? What is it? Y'all want me to tax the patricians. Tax the patricians! Y'all do have the most wealth. I cannot lie. Well, because thou art rich, may I tax you patricians? How do you feel about increased in tax? Oh wow, both civilizations are considering raising the taxes. Tax the rich. Honestly, I'm kind of for taxing the rich. It is not the queen's fault the counts can't hold their funds. Increase the tax. I feel like the rest of the nations are garnering for me to raise your taxes. High compatibility with you. She does. She does. We have Clementine, a wealthy heiress to the nobles. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous and have a silver tongue, too. I feel like... And I feel like I have not been proper to you, barons. I've picked the counts and I've picked the patricians on multiple occasions. Also, this woman is a bad, sick bitch. So I will go with Emmy of the March. Yes! Yes! Perfect! Wonderful! Beautiful! Beautiful! Yes, I'm sorry, barons, but I am with the counts on this one. Low in farming, and we need good farming all around in our nations. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Leave it to a savage baron to both see. Y'all coming at each other's necks like gang members, bro. We getting bullied. What do you mean you getting bullied? Here, imagine the insectussy. I hate you for that. I want to do bad things to your kingdom after you just said that to me. All right, never utter something like that again. Aaron, wizards get shit done. That is true. Imagine Mosquito Girl from One Punch Man. Maybe. Matahari, I'd consider more to fuck. Treasury. Let us handle this. You would like to handle this? I will leave that to you then. Ooh, Zena Ashes, your grace. We'll sort this out. Just let you watch. Patricians, get the prison! Now. It's fine. Don't worry. I have plans in mind. Plus, we all need, I'm the mother of commerce, all right? We gotta play the long game here. It's authority and increase in trade. Ooh, okay. About your heir. Oh, it's about time we talk heirs. Your marriage with Amy has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own who would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of many cousins. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. Me and my wife and I will have a child together. Traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business.
Yes.
Almost died. A little bit. Let's go pick something up. As you're walking beside the palace parade grounds, a crossbow bolt whizzes past your head and shatters against the wall behind you. Oh. Barium Chrysema approaches, out of breath and waving frantically. He has sleek, fancy-looking crossbow nestled in one hand. Great God, Your Highness, I nearly took your head off. Tell me in 5 words or less why I shouldn't have you executed right now. I will lose stability. Verdict? They don't have a choice in this matter. What do you mean, verdict? I am the queen. Get that pole out of here. They will be punished, but they will be punished by imprisonment. All right? I will not hang them. All right? Again, remember, I could have hanged one of you barons. No, I refuse. It is enough. Why are y'all so bloodthirsty? Defiance. I will get defiance either way. All of the barons needs to be studied. I agree. I'm gonna veto C. No, I shall be vetoed with haste. No, I see what you're doing. Quit trying to overthrow me. I refuse. I see what the plan is. Now go support the kingdoms. Well, I mean, it is what it is. They're putting it in the hands of God, I suppose. Let's see what God says for them. Prayers help them. Absolutely not. There is no God. Damn! I will pay you guys an insurmountable amount of money if you pick D. If you pick D, I will give you a bribe. I will give you a lot of money for your country. Your Majesty, I've been thinking. It's such a back and forth right now between all the crazy stuff that's going on. Like, our monies are going down. All of us have been like swapping back and forth, and slowly but surely the counts have been the kings of the trade. Like, y'all were at the bottom, and now it's like y'all are at the top. Y'all grinded to get where y'all at, and you're like the lowest amount of voters too. I'm quite impressed by the counts as of late. Even though y'all have your little slimy tactics here and there, I'm very proud of you guys. I'm gonna partake in this one. Go crazy. I don't really care. This is full on about the council. Y'all fight amongst yourselves. Y'all have spoken. So let's see what I'm gonna do with you guys. What's that do? It lowers authority. Either way, my authority gets lowered. However, there's wealth to go around. So fair enough. There we go. Oh, wow! Whoa! My stability went high when I gave them what they want. Holy shit! For more, it affects you guys as a collective country. So go off. Choose whichever you may. Do you think a Nettie should stop being a stingy bastard? Or deal with it myself? Because I am an ample farmer. I'm a cheeked up farmer. Send in your votes. Send in your votes. I love how it also says Deep Den is in the second because the first is locked away. Gotten 2 patricians voting for C to deal with it myself. We have the barons and the counts. The evening dinner and comfort. The spy strolls in the room. She gently places a sheaf of paper on your elbow. What is this? A Satya poet's face, Your Majesty. They call themselves the Sapphire. It could even be a group. My agents haven't unearthed much more than that. Emmy leafs through the papers. They're pretty funny, whoever they are. The Sapphire mostly turns their ear towards the patricians of the coast. Greedy and grasping are those on the coast. The least likable friends unless you pay them the most. I like it. Many agree with you. These poems are becoming hugely popular. The Sapphire holds the patricians responsible for the lack of robust military in the area. They do have a point. If this carries on, the patricians may pressure the crown to step in, or the people of the coast may grow discontented. This should be investigated, of course. I'll put more of my agents on the situation. The Spy Master bows, leaving you and Emmy to your dinner. Crazy thing is, y'all have been like the least vocal. Everybody's just been fucking you over, so it's making you hate me. How do we raise our military? Well, the thing is, you guys aren't a militaristic nation compared to, like, the Barons. However, the Barons would have an insane military. Most of them just died in a massacre, though. So, I mean, yeah. Because it's not a count thing either. The counts are, like, in the middle. But the Barons were at, like, 9. But sandworms massacred them. Ripped them to shreds. Your Grace, merchants are visiting the east from as far afield as Valamir and Atash. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Your quarterly what? Is peak Vira, yes. Money. Lots of money. Your Highness, this Eastern economist has an audacious idea for all this wealth. Call it an experiment. We give the peasants gold whether or not they're working. This will ensure a base level of comfort and security for all. Blood and stars, what are you saying? That we should hand out cash for nothing? With respect, how is it different from counts receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different. Your Highness, this lunacy cannot possibly be considered. Interesting. Pick C. I think C. To build our treasury. Our treasury needs to be built even further. No. Yes. Well, actually. A would be beneficial overall to everything. I quite actually agree. With all due respect, I'm not gonna make a decision on this one. The easiest vote that we've had. Implement this new economic strategy in the East. Many counts, wow, ooh, are enraged. Ooh, that's not good. That's the opposite of what we wanted. But their fears are freed from at least, my stability. Oh, the farming and trade have gone up though. Beloved. I'm not being so beloved though. We need to lower our defiance. Your Majesty, the common folk are swayed as easily as dandelion in a gale. I'm confident that we can make them adore you. They're already impressed with the Eastern experiment where you gave them all that money, but we need more, all across the kingdom. This will be the biggest public relations campaign the kingdom has ever seen. You'll tour the kingdoms giving speeches. Town criers will declaim your great deeds from every corner. Can we do things to actually help people? Nobles will never accept it. You need to secure hold on power. Then you can pass whatever forms you like. A few days later, the Chancellor is helping you prepare for your first big speech. The peasants demand my presence. You've hustled out into your palace balcony, below which is a sea of expectant and unwashed faces gazes upon you. As you step out into view, they erupt in cheers. Hats are thrown into the air. Someone faints in joy. Everywhere you've gone, you've met the reception. The public likes you. They really like you. But you need to turn that into love. As you launch into your speech, the peasants hang on to your every word. The crowd grows and grows. When you wrap up, the peasants are cheering so loud you're nearly knocked over from the rumbling. Oh, well done, Your Majesty. That went brilliant. Everyone loves me. Not quite everyone. Up until now. Your speeches were confined to the capital. Few weeks you travel all over the kingdom, delivering that same speech-packed venues. Everywhere you go, you're greeted with cheers and applause. Common folk on the coast even want to throw you a surprised banquet. How delightful. This is a sign that you're a true queen of the people, Your Majesty. This has nothing to do with the nobles. It's all about ordinary folk. The salt of the earth. When is this banquet? I trust we'll hear from the coast very soon. Await your invitation. A few weeks, the Chancellor sidles into your office looking very pleased with themselves. Your Majesty, the townsfolk coast are ready for your visit. Ah yes, my surprise party. That's it, Your Majesty. Please keep up your pretense. You make your preparations to leave. Although it's meant to be a surprise, you may as well bring some essential luxuries. Your wife, Emmy, steps in the carriage and settles behind you, giving you a kiss on the cheek. Fantastic! I always do at the party, even if it's all the way on the coast. It's very nice, don't you think? Very, very nice indeed. I'm glad you agree. Little Madame Vira II makes the Chancellor play increasingly undignified make-believe games on the journey. You finally arrive in the coastal capital. Everywhere, the people line the streets and hang out the windows, cheering for your procession. Lord Patricians Rowdy stalks up to you and bows. His smile is very rigid. Greetings, Serene Highness. How good to see you. Surprise. Oh, for me? Oh, by the 9th, I had no idea this was happening. The coastal workers have. They decided to support the crown so much they put a party in your honor. Thank you, Rowdy. Oh, see, I told you I'll be a good ruler, kind of. We make do on the promise. It's time to lower their defiance. And you're sexy, Rowdy. Thank you. I'm overcome. Indeed, that's quite understandable. It was a surprise for all of us. Voices of praise follow you as you travel to the banquet hall. Townsfolk throw petals in your path. Lord Patrician Rowdy's face is like thunder. When you enter the banquet hall, the national anthem strikes up and even more cheers arises. The hall is filled with coastal town folk, but there are also common folk across the kingdom. Marchant vassals raise their tankards towards you, cheering wildly. The Chancellor looks stunned. Had got together for this. Let's party. The people roar in approval. You spend a week in the coast, feasting and drinking and breaking bread with commoners. But you can't be on holiday forever. Eventually, you return to the capital where the council is in session. The nobles are arguing again. Premium nobles. This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customizations, get access to special outfits, and appear more storylines. Yeah, onion soup is like, cha-cha, you're sexy. By the 9th, we must have coin from the treasury. I found an ancient law stating that the march is entitled to funds for march sporting activities. No, we need gold for our businesses. The peasants aren't working hard enough and we're losing momentum. You think back to the gathered peasants, trade people, and merchants, all cheering for you. So many of them cheering for you. Nobles gasp and mutter amongst themselves. You hear one of them say something nervous about the commoners. Yes, your esteemed highness, of course. I think that's the